Hey, good afternoon, guys. Scott Kelford, David Willard here with Market Pro. You Notify. One of the biggest things that we get asked as a marketing company is not only to help with customer acquisition, but is to really help with customer retention. There's a lot of ways you can measure retention, but from a retention standpoint, what is more valuable, that or a customer acquisition or a new VIN customer? What's more important in today's world, retention or customer acquisition, would you think, David?
Well, obviously the retention customer is probably more important, but you have to turn the acquisition guy into a retention customer. And I think the reason for that is historically in the car business, people have serviced what they sold. New and used cars that they sold, they serviced. Well, in the last 5 years, that number has gone down. The new cars sold in America has gone down for the last 5 years since COVID started. So you have less at bats. So each individual retained customer is more important to you now than ever before. But in large part, it's because that individual typically trusts you.
Good point.
And when they trust you, what they do is they tell their neighbor about you. They bring their daughter to buy their car. They recommend you to other people. But it's all because they've earned your trust, because a lot of people have had a bad experience in a dealership. That's my opinion.
Yeah, one of the things we used to ask back in the day is, what is a better repair order? Is it a big, large $3,000 repair order, or is it 15 repair orders from customers who just come in by frequency? So what you're saying is instead of having that one customer that's never visited you come in and spend a bunch of money, it's better to build that culture and the relationships with the guests to have those 3-4 time visits a year.
Yeah, well, the one thing about the big ticket item is the big ticket item that can't be anything but bad,
and they're probably not coming back.
It can't end up good. It's almost impossible. Now, even people who have a 10-year-old car think, I shouldn't have to pay this.
Absolutely.
But so if you can retain that customer, you are good. But yes, the retention customers, that's your bread and butter.
So if we talk about retention killers, obviously the top 3 in my experience for keeping a customer is time, price, and treatment. You either cost too much, you take too long, or you just don't give them a good experience. What are some other retention killers do you think there are besides time, price, and treatment, probably?
Well, the one thing about it is I think you're exactly right about the top 3. And as far as price is concerned, I think it's more price perception now than it is actually price. Because have you been to an independent recently?
I have not.
Okay, I have. And let me tell you what I think. As far as COVID is concerned, I think maybe they had like a price advantage over a new car guy, but since COVID, I don't think an independent gives you a price advantage at all. So unfortunately, it's not the price, it's the perception. But from a time standpoint, because you and I are, if we're not busy, we certainly think we are. And if you're talking about, I'd like to have it done today, no, it'll be a week from now, what are your chances of coming in?
Yeah, I agree.
Mine are almost none.
Yeah, so you got to have the facilities and the manpower utilization to be able to stay up with the times and have a good scheduler and all that to be able to keep guests coming in. Got to provide them with the experience.
I absolutely, positively agree. But as far as other reasons, I don't know. That's a great question. The other reasons, because time and money is that's just about the only variable in the equation.
It does. It kills you. So, time can be. A lot of people think the perception of time in a store is the quick lube lanes are backed up, right?
Right.
It's really not. Do you have a good scheduler? Do you have available hours to sell in the shop? Do you have someone that will pick up the phone and make that reservation? And believe it or not, it's consultants on the service drive not meeting promise times or setting unrealistic promise times. That could be a time killer as well. Do you agree?
Well, I absolutely agree. As far as the service advisor on the drive, of course, is that's your connection to that client.
Just the one person.
And the one thing about it is people buy from people that they like. So the service advisor and his keeping up with that client, keeping his promise time and things like that, yes, absolutely positively paramount. But if you don't, you have to communicate with the client. And that's not as easy as you might imagine anymore as well. Although texting has made it a little bit easier, communicating via text.
I agree.